Hey there, I'm Critsy Bear. Welcome back to Sorcery 4. If I sound pretty chilled out, it's because I'm actually Decaf Critsy, my alter ego, who records in the daytime and doesn't drink 6 cups of coffee before recording. Hello. Anyway, last time we got cursed, right? Yeah, there we go. You have the hourglass curse upon you. So, now I gotta fix it, right? So first of all, let's look closely at the glass. You peer more closely at the sand. Each grain contains a tiny world. Each grain contains an action. There are thousands, one upon the other, upon the next. Interesting. Unscrew it. You begin to turn the top of the hourglass. It screws easily enough. All that is done can be undone, intones the voice, even that which cannot be undone. The top of the hourglass is now open. No, even that which cannot be done. Okay. Read that wrong. Good thing I went back and saw. Completely different meanings. I don't know if it's a good idea to empty this out. I think it's a bad idea. Screw the lid back on. You screw the lid back on before the sand can be lost. You feel yourself gasping slightly. Really? Is the room running out of air or something? Surely not. Turn the glass once more. Time again, intones the hourglass. Unscrew the glass. All that can be done can be undone, even that which cannot be done. Turn the glass over, empty it out. You go to turn the glass over when something gives you pause. Clearly, wrapped up inside the hourglass is some terrible, powerful magic. Perhaps if you do not know what it is, you should not invoke it. Do it. No, this action is irrevocable? You lift the hourglass, making it to turn over. This action is irrevocable. If you do not truly understand its consequences, you should strongly consider not doing it. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Oh, screw it back on. Sweat beads on your brow. I think that might be a trick. Put it down. Leave. There are 2 doors leading away east and west. Sorry? Well, now there's 2 doors. Can I leave? I don't think I... What? So what's the curse then? What's the irrevocable action? Does it, like, take away my rewind powers completely? Or is that, like, what prevents the No. I don't know. Look at the south tower door. You approach the tower door. The door on this side is exactly the same as the one on the other, except there is no sign. Cast a spell. Can I still cast far? I would like to. It seems like I can. I don't want to use any more stamina. Dop. Far. You sit cross-legged and look at your orb. You see a small bare room. There's a table and a chair. The woman sits on the table, carefully marking a piece of slate. Looking over, she notices the hourglass is still running and appears despondent. Okay. So it's the same one. Open the door. The handle is still damp? It shouldn't be. I opened the one over there. It absolutely should not be damp at all. Leave it open. No? close the door for now. Seems the hinges. The heck is yelling outside? Whatever. Not my problem. It's daytime. If somebody's yelling outside and it's nighttime, then it's spooky. Okay? But for now, I don't care. Leave the door alone for now. I want to see what the next tower is. Unless it, brings me back to that tower. You make your way across a stone walkway, arching high into the air above the swirling waters that pool below, until you reach your next curious tower. Night has fallen. You need to rest, especially on an empty stomach. The tower contains a large circular room. A few steps in, however, you begin to lose your bearings. Look around. Though the tower itself is a simple, clear space, there is something disorienting about it. Perhaps it's just because there are so many doors, between 20 and 30 at a rough guess. Worryingly, in the middle of the floor lies a skeleton. Look at the skeleton. You look over at the skeleton. It seems perfectly intact, curled up as though asleep. There's no sign of injury, no shattered bones or twisted limbs. Fragments of cloth remain here and there. Look at the fragments. Looking more closely at the fragments, you can see that they are not the robes of a sorcerer or a merchant, but the rags of a peasant. Some local of Mampang, perhaps. Under one flap of cloth, you find a simple bronze ring that has fallen from a finger joint. Let me check what spells I can cast before I do anything. Can I cast another Far? Okay, hang on. Yeah, see the future. See what happens. Sorry? You sit cross-legged on the ground and put your palms upon the orb of crystal. Consulting the constellations overhead, you bind the spell and everything changes. You are standing by one of the doors and stepping through onto a path. A moment later, the vision disappears and the walls of the room in which you stand appear to collapse until you are standing in a simple tower. Counterspell, then. So the spell of opening opposes the enchantment of foresight. Interesting. Well, I can probably use that against the dude, right? The wizard, the supreme spellcaster. The Archmage, there we go. Yeah, take the bronze ring, I guess. If it is of no use for magic and will not be worth anything, yet it may be useful somewhere. Look at the doors. You turn your attention to the doors, set at regular spaces around this space. There are about 60 or 70 of them. You can no longer tell which door is the one you came in from. Okay, leave the chamber. With the aid of the spell, you feel fairly confident which door is which. And time to test. Oh, sweet. I need a place to nap, though. I need to rest somewhere. I'm gonna go in this tower. Moonlight covers everything. You follow the path and make your way to the next tower uncertainly. What is this place? Why was it built? The outside of the tower is overgrown, and inside the foliage is thicker still. The floor and walls are thick with plants, and the plants themselves are dripping with overripe berries. Purple liquid pools. It's Blimberry. And a purple fog rises from it. Put in my nose plugs. Slide your nose plugs, but of course you are still breathing in the fog through your mouth. Yeah, you're right. Peering across the miniature jungle and through the haze, you make out another door across the room. Across the room, sure. What's the worst that can happen? I have to fucking die? Yeah. Good. Sorry. You take a few steps further into the tower. Every footstep crushes plants and berries under your foot, staining your heels and sending up new clouds of purple fog. The plants get deeper further in. Keep going. You keep on through the thickening foliage. Bushes grow up from cracks in the stone on all sides and hang down in vines and creepers from the ceiling. Dim light gently fills the room, although it hardly seems enough for so much growth. You are now in the middle of the tower, where the purple fog is at its thickest. Look at the bushes. You lean down and look through the bushes to the stone floor below. The plants seem to be growing in little or no soil, sustained by some magic. Your fingers move across a scratch in the ground. Look at the scratch mark. The scratch is a single scratched line, but clearly carved. There is nothing in the stone nearby. You stamp and squelch to the far side of the tower. Nothing untoward occurs. The bushes thin out once more, and near the doors, and fresh air beckons. You take out the nose plug once more as you step outside. What do you mean I found a clue? What clue could I have possibly discovered in there? It's just a room full of plants and there's a scratch on it. Glyph 3? Uh-oh. Glyph... what? Hang on. Glyph 4. Oh no. Glyph 4 in the Tower of Time. Glyph 1 in the Tower of Bear... What's the berries? Scratched message? Third spell, Throbin Door is a spell of invisibility. Oh. I don't remember seeing that anywhere, but good to know. I feel foolish for coming into this tower now. I want to see what's in that one. That seems like a good place to take a nap. I need a place to take a nap, dude. The moon moves slowly across the sky. You enter the next tower. This chamber is empty, save for a few crates stacked against one wall. Thick dust covers the floor, with no footprints visible. A storeroom? You step into the room, kicking up a small cloud of dust as you walk. The air inside is shimmering, and suddenly you are blinded by a dazzling glare. Stare into it. Blind me. You stare into the light, trying to make out the form within. A woman with long floating hair. "My friend," comes the woman's voice. "Surely you know me." And then you know her voice and fall to your knees. "Libra!" I know this one. This is God. This is a God spell. "Yes, I am Libra," she replies. "I have come again to help you, but at great risk. We must speak quickly, and then you must go." Cast the spell. What's the counter to God, you think? This is definitely God. Yep, that's you can cast a God spell here. So what would the counter to it be? Zap, nap, sleepiness. That doesn't sound right. Dim, stupidity. So sus? No, I can't use any more stamina. I want to use God. There we go. You bind the stars into a pattern around you, but nothing happens. Is Libra immune to such spells, or is something else going on? I want to put myself to sleep, I think. Yeah, if nobody else is around, I'm just going to go ahead and... There you go. Oh, shit! Excuse me. Sorry for swearing. You craft the spell, bringing out the pendulum, but as you swing it, the atmosphere of the room warps. There is no effect on Libra at first, but then the light is blurred away until it is gone. A counterspell, then. So the spell of sleep is negated by that of worship. Or, not the other... Wait, whatever. The light vanishes, revealing a goblin standing in the middle of the room. He is wearing a large blonde wig. He raises its hands. This is not what it looks like. Who are you? The goblin waves his... Do you not recognize the true form of Lisa? I mean, Libra? Gaze upon the wonder of your goddess. He watches you hopefully, then shakes his head. All right, then, forget it. Why did you try to trick me? What do you think? You run in, sword wagging, and I've got a wig to defend myself with. I didn't think you'd actually believe me. I can see that now. Goblin gulps, but says nothing. Now, leave the goblin alone, dude. Don't draw the sword. You step towards the goblin and he cringes. I see this isn't working. I ran away from the other tower. The goblin holds up his wig helplessly. And don't ask me where I got this from. Speak to the goblin. Yeah, the goblin adjusts with, look, he begins. I'm upset about this. I'm as upset about this as you are. Tell me what you know of this place. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm hearing stuff. One sec. Sorry about that. I was paused for a minute. I get anxious when I can hear other people. It's a long-standing issue. Hello, I'm Critsy Bear. I suffer from anxiety disorders. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see. Tell me what you know of this place. No, it's a demand. Tell me what you know of this place. I know little, he says, already ducking to avoid a blow. I escaped from the tower with all the other goblins in. That's a horrible place. Don't go there. Then I made it through the other towers. Sorry, I'm still distracted. 1 second. Okay, I went to, like, go peek at what was going on this time so that I could relax. That's a horrible place. Don't go there. Then I made it through the other towers? The creature shudders. This place is terrible. You look ridiculous. Why are you doing this? I'm hiding. You charged in here and then just started bowing. I just played along. And why were you wearing a wig? The goblin shrugs. Believe it or not, I was trying to hide underneath it. What it's doing here, I can honestly say I have no idea. And I don't want to know. Well, now that we have bonded so well, I assume you will be leaving? Peacefully? Come with me. Goblin peers at you. You do realize I'm not your lemur god or whatever it was. Of course I do. Then I'm not going anywhere with you. I'm not dragging... the goblin replies. Can't forget every single word. I'm not dragging myself after you just so you can eat me when you first get hungry. He sits down sharply, cross-legged on the floor. All right. I'll just search the room. You search the room, but find nothing. It truly is empty. I sometimes see a rat run through, but nothing else. All right. Just leave the goblin alone. I'm going to go to this tower, I think. See if I can take a nap in here. The path passes the base of another tower, is set into the side of the central mountain peak itself, but even the peak of Mampang is dwarfed by the endless mountains of Upper Zamen, stretching away northward like a turbulent gray ocean. Is it? Where's north? That way. I mean, okay. I wish I could see what you're talking about, but I'll just imagine it. Whoa, those mountains, they're majestic. Look at the mountains. Pretty. You pause, taking in the endless vista. These lands are cruel and cold, a part of the world not made for humans, but they're still inhabited by low creatures, by birds, by strange, sapient reptiles. Nowhere in the old world is truly empty, except perhaps these towers through which you walk. You approach the next tower boldly. A gloomy silence descends. You can still hear crickets. The interior of the tower is quite empty, except for a brass sphere in the center, capped with black cloth. I want to sleep. Look at the cloth. The cloth is draped over the gently rotating sphere. There's nothing remarkable about it. Look at the sphere. The sphere rotates slowly, smoothly, on some invisible gimbal. Perhaps it is floating. Knock the sphere? I don't know about that. Cast the spell? Wait, sleep here. Wait, sleep here. Well, I should probably, like, suss first, right? Check for danger. Or I guess far would probably be a... I mean, it wouldn't take my stamina if I did far. I'm gonna try far first. Sit cross-legged, reaching up into the stars you create, the magic, everything changes, blah-de-blah. You're standing outside a large doorway. Through it is empty of a door. You reach into your pack and take out a black skull cap. Okay, so if I see a doorless tower, I will take out the skull cap. Good to know. First, before I take a nap, I'm gonna suss, sense danger. Calm voice speaks into your thoughts. There is magic at work here, though not one that you feel happening. You can feel happening, and not one that will do you any harm. Okay, I'm gonna take a nap here then. Nighty-night. Tower seems quite peaceful. You lie down to rest. Sorry, noises are distracting me. This is why I don't usually do it in the day, because I'm so skittish. I'm so skittish about, like, every sound I hear. It distracts me immediately. The tower seems quiet and peaceful. You lie down to rest, but as your eyes close, visions begin to swim inside of your mind. Your journey to the great tower, the archmage sitting and waiting in his turret room, a quill pen scratching lines onto a parchment. The crown rests on his head. No, it doesn't. It's in a vault. Eeny, meeny, I'm gonna go for tiger. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger. Sorry if you're the kind of person who separates catch and a. The archmage, younger now, enters a library in which a stately woman pores over an old tome. She opens another volume and murmurs something, and the woman vanishes, sucked into the pages themselves. Interesting. I'm gonna go for mother. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother, that one. I think my cat's trying to get in here now. My goodness. A tiny creature flutters its way over the battlements of Mampang, but it is suddenly snatched from the sky by a pair of vicious talons. Underneath it all, the sphere in the center of the chamber hums gently, persistently, some kind of engine driving its motion. Finally, you sleep. I hope that's not my Minimite friend. What was his name? Was it? No, can't remember. I don't want to guess and seem stupid. Oh, he's okay. I hope he got, like, imprisoned and not immediately killed. Sleep. You sleep soundly enough. Sleep will not heal you if you haven't eaten. You didn't give me a fucking chance to eat, dude. Sorry. You didn't give me a chance to eat. What are you talking about? I didn't have a chance to. Cool, man. Sweet. At least I avoided losing stamina from not sleeping. Res? Interesting. Remove the cloth from the sphere. See what happens. You whip the cloth away from the brass sphere. Nothing happens, except you uncover a dull white circle set into the sphere. It is as though the whole ball encases whatever this thing is. Look at the white circle. You run your finger over the circle, and there's definitely something buried in the sphere. Something that feels like dry wood or too warm stone. It takes a moment to place. It is bone. Someone's alive in there, aren't they? How many doses of holy water do I have? Before I go using my res, I need to keep at least one for the oh, that's notes. I need to keep at least one for the Throbin doors. That's my treasures, not or it's my magical items. There they are. Sheesh. Beeswax, where's my holy water? Oh, 3. Anyway, I have plenty to spare. I'm gonna keep at least one so that in case somebody dies, I can fix them. I'm gonna try using res on the bones. Resurrect the dead. Pour the holy water on the sphere. For a moment, you seem to hear some kind of response from inside. It is muffled by the metal, and you can make nothing of it. Now can I, like, dop it, maybe? Better not have just wasted that. Man! I do have more beeswax than I need. Maybe I can, like, open it. Blade flashes and glows into a razor edge. Cut open the sphere. Wielding your sharpened blade, you slice into the sphere, cutting away the brass like it was a lemon peel. In the center is revealed a white skull on which the black cloth. I already used a res. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna res again. Sure, use it on the skull. On the skull. Yep. Cool, man. I don't like the mechanics of this part. Sleep? Again? No. For just a moment, its jaw moves and seems to look up at you with empty, sad eye sockets, but though it tries to speak to you, you cannot understand it. After a while, the spell wears off once more and it falls still. Cool. Well, you know, I might have to redo this section anyway, so, yeah, you know, it's okay. Alright, bye. Just used 3. As you turn to go, a voice intones into your head. Should I cast a spell? Like, can I cast Tell? Have a psychic conversation? No. Rap? No. He's... Zap? I don't know. 3 what? Question is met by nothing but silence. Alright, leave the tower. I don't know. Hey, I don't get that one. Hey, Goblin, you still here? You again. Have you not humiliated me enough? Just leave. You hurry over another law. Oh, I should have read more of that. Dang it, I didn't see what the goblin was up to. I just said, oh, hi, Goblin. You hurry over to another walkway, higher in the air than you had expected, towards the next tower. The air moves a little around you, still icy, but fresh. As you enter the tower, 5 other figures step in from identical-looking doors placed evenly along the walls. Oh, it's me. This is a 6 room, right? So what counters 6, you think? Kin? Maybe. Gak? Maybe. Sap. Those would use stamina. I don't want to use stamina. Zip. Can't cast 6 here, actually. I'm gonna try Kin. Oh, good. I guessed it. I intuited it. You cast the enchantment, holding up the mirror, which starts to glow and flash, but then nothing more happens. A moment later, you realize all the other figures in the room have vanished. A counter spell, then. So the magic of self-duplication counters the pattern of mirroring. Interesting. There's nothing else to do here. I wonder if all of these are meant to be counterspell lessons. You race over to the next tower before the wind can pluck you from the walkway. A few clouds move across the sky. This tower seems quiet and empty. The only curious feature is a crack that splits the floor in half. It lies between you and the door on the other side. Look at the crack. Crack is perfectly straight, and more like a cut than a crack, as though somebody had split the tower in 2 across the middle and slid the 2 halves apart. Throw a coin across the room. I mean, I have plenty. You pull a coin from your pack and toss it experimentally across the chamber. It travels halfway, as far as the crack, no less. Then it bounces off something you cannot see. Pick it up once more. Try again. Try again, throwing it a slightly different place along the line, and the result is the same. It seems the crack marks an invisible wall blocking your path. Alright, what cancels wall, I wonder? Yeah, I'm actually really liking this. Probably not Gob. I'm just gonna guess it's not Gob. Huff? Let's see, Huff? What does that sound? Whatever, don't worry about the sounds. Looking to the constellations above, you craft the spell, placing your Galahorn at your lips, playing a clear tone. The wind of terrific force builds up inside the tower, swirling about you so that your hair and cloak are whipped this way and that. Dust zephyrs dart this way and that, dancing for joy. But the other side of the tower seems quite unaffected. After a while, the wind dies. Okay, so not Huff. Good to know. I'm glad that I have all of the parts. You know, Huff would have probably been useful in that tower before. Pep? Pop. Counters wall. Oh! I didn't know that. I have plenty of pebbles. You weave starlight into design around you, but as the pebble begins to glow, something quite strange happens. The pebble disintegrates, and the crack in the tower disappears. The tower suddenly looks quite whole. A wall spell, then, successfully countered by your enchantment. Probably just move on. Just don't risk the crack coming back. How many pebbles do I have exactly? You see the crack shimmer back into place. Yep. See? Let me check. How many pebbles do I have? 6 doses of Blimberry. I need to find a place to cast Dock. 2 jewels, 2 stone dust, 4 jewels, teeth, 10 pebbles. Oh my goodness. I could use way more of these. Let's see. I did not go in that tower over there, but it looks like there's going to be a way back in there. I love that you can explore all of these. Ooh. You step into the tower, sense the presence of magic immediately. A moment later, you begin to feel giddy. Something is happening. Check myself. You check yourself over. You appear quite fine, but the tower is not. The ceiling is bearing down upon your head. The whole room is tightening up like a net. Retreat. You turn towards the door, but you are already too late. The door is now too small to crawl through. The room is shrinking, and there seems to be no escape. The shrinking stops just in time for you to still fit, but there is no way you'll be able to escape through the doors. Cast a spell. You try to throw your arms wide enough to cast a spell, but the room has shrunk far enough that there is not enough space to catch the starlight. Is this the end? Caught inside a tower like a wasp in a jar. You turn your head left and right as best you can, looking for something to aid you, but you can find nothing. Wait. You wait, hoping the effect of whatever spell has trapped you will fade, but it does not. Bellow with rage. To be caught like a spider in a bottle, it is infuriating. You throw your arms wide with rage and scream, and your hand goes through one of the walls. The tiny bricks feel soft as butter. Paused it again for a second there, because my cat wanted to come in. I wonder if I can, like... Hang on. Hang on. Here. I don't know if that was audible. Let me pause it while I put my microphone back. Yeah, I have no idea if you could actually hear her purring or not. I tried to get it, but I'm not very good at moving my microphone. She came to visit me. Hi. Anyway. Let's get back to the game. To be caught like a spider in a web. Push the wall. Punch the wall again. Push the wall. I don't think it's a good idea to be huge. What? She's not done being pet. Alright, so this is gonna be a little awkward. Petting a cat. Push the wall. Push the wall, it gives, bending outward a little. The stone seems feeble. Punch the north wall, punch the south wall. South wall. Hang on. Which way? She's licking me now. I'm thinking, well, north wouldn't, like, how north are we talking here? Because, like, south seems like it would end up with me revealing myself. I'm gonna push the north wall. North wall. You ball your fist and swing it back. Swing back your arm, then punch hard at the northern wall. After 3 or 4 hits, you have knocked a fist-sized chunk out of the doorway. Keep punching. You keep punching, and the doorway grows bigger and bigger. The miniaturized brick really do seem to be quite weak. A few more oh my goodness. Yeah, I see you. Yeah. Hi, kitty. What? A few more blows later, you are through the wall, but looking out, you see that the path and the other towers have also shrunk, or else you have grown bigger. Leave the room. You step outside, you feel the magic of you fading. Either the world expands once more, or more likely, you shrink to your normal size. She just won't let me stop petting her. You return to the path and follow it a short way. As the sun climbs towards its peak, the winds pick up a little. The door to the tower has been smashed to bits from the inside. Stones the size of treasure chests lie scattered about. Huge rocks. Alright, so I didn't figure out a counterspell there. Stand outside another tower, paths snaking this way and that around you. What path will you take now? I'm kind of interested in those towers over there, but I think I would have to come back through anyway, so near tower. The sun bakes the flagstones. You enter the next tower warily. The room contains a large table, surrounded by several chairs. Enter. You approach the table, only to pause as you notice a creature sitting so still you had not previously spotted them. They are fiddling with an assortment of tools and murmuring quietly. Moreover, the creature has two heads. I kind of zoned out while I was reading that. I didn't even comprehend it. Oops, sorry. I accidentally knocked into my desk by scooching closer. My cat moved, so I could put my chair back. That's the first cat cameo that I've ever actually attempted to capture, the sound of cat. She's kind of just hanging out now. Anyway, only to pause as you notice a creature sitting so still you had not previously spotted them, fiddling with an assortment of tools and murmuring quietly. Greet it. You stride over and to the creature and offer a greeting. The creature's right head bobs in reply, while the left breaks into its disturbingly wide smile. "Welcome," the left head says. "You've come just at the right moment. Right time. I were disagreeing about the nature of universals, weren't I?" "Universals?" Left head nods, while the right head shakes vigorously. No, the right snaps. "I mean particulars. There are no universals besides extension. I said universals because that's what I'm disagreeing about." Ooh. Is extension not a substance? Start at the beginning. Good idea. Both heads launch into an intricate, concurrent retelling of their debate. It is cordial enough, except whenever the left head mentions forms, the right one spits on the floor. At the end of it, you gain an appreciation of the issue. The right head sniffs. "Why am I wasting my time on this? It's not as if this one can help solve this." "Ignore me," the left says. "Please, sit down. It's been too long since I had another mind to converse with." Are you not of two minds? Whatever. You go take a seat at the table, but something odd catches the corner of your eye, and you look over your shoulder. The door you came in has vanished. The creature watches patiently, oblivious to any change. "Where's the door?" "Door is a meaningless... Wait, right that. Door is a meaningless concept absent of a room." Absent of a room? So, my question is nonsensical. No, that's wrong. The presence of a door creates a room. Otherwise, it would just be a box." "I'm an idiot," the right retorts. "If that were true, gated fields would be rooms." In the middle of the table is a candle of blood-red wax. Converse with the creature, sure. Cast a spell? That's probably rude, right? Oh, never mind. I mean, I'm willing to converse with the creature. Oh, can I drink some Blimberry, please? I need to drink it. Spell across the potion, drink it. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, phew. My stamina. Can I cast another? I can... Hang on. At any opportunity where I could cast a dock spell, I could have been just fully tapping up my health. I'm not... Far. You sit cross-legged on the ground, put your palms on the bowl, weave the spell. Basic crystal ball stuff. You see an unfamiliar man standing in this very room. He reaches for one of the tools on the table, but is unable to lift it. He strains to pick it up, eventually giving it up, panting with effort. The tool must be too heavy, or perhaps stuck to the tabletop. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so I know not to try to pick up the tools, I guess. That's not very useful. Zip. Maybe this is like a kin room, How? Sus. Zip. Yeah, I can't think of any spell that would be very, well, if I can cast a spell, surely there's a reason. Converse with the creature, sure. You take a seat at the table and open your mouth, but are interrupted before you can speak. Finally, somebody willing to be educated, the left head says, banging his fist on the table and making a pile of tools jump there. Was that a comment about me? The right retorts. I would like to learn from you. Well, I have some thoughts regarding the persistence of objects, if you are interested. The left begins with pride. Only middly objectionable. Please. Go on. You are then subjected to a lengthy, tortuous lecture. It is extremely difficult to follow, but you feel as though you have learned quite a bit from listening. What can you tell me about the college? You demand. No, sorry, I'm being rude. What can you tell me about the college? For a place of learning, most has forgotten. But, if forgotten, does it still exist? It seems likely, the first replies, though bored. The sands of death have run here unseen for thousands of years. But they are not forgotten, the other returns triumphantly, as you have just proved. What are you? How insulting! I am a scholar. Is this the result of a spell? Adventurer, the left says. My knowledge is the product of diligent study, not spell casting. Wasn't that instructive? The right says, beaming. Talk more with the creature, sure. I'll hang out with this dude. I like him. You attempt to speak further with the creature, but it's too busy arguing with itself. Look over the table. Tools are scattered about it. The left says, catching your eye. That was a fascinating topic. I disagreed about the tool's relationship to its owner. If somebody builds a chair, how much responsibility does the hammer have? Well, that's a good point. I don't know. I mean, like, the hammer's Where did the tools come from? Where did the tools come from? My cat is snoring now. Aww. Where did the tools come from? I do not understand. I needed them for an example in my argument, so they are here. Ooh, I see. Consider a door. You begin initiating a debate about the distinction between entering and leaving. The door is surely two-sided, but quite symmetrical, so entering and leaving are purely in the eye of the observer. But who is that? The left head peers at you. Where are they, you mean? That's a good point, isn't it? It seems unsure. The right head frowns. Every door is built. It replies thoughtfully. Surely the building of a door constitutes an initial placement, observation. Good point. But can one build an empty doorway? If it can be conceived, it can be built. But we conceive of much as negative space and must build the container, replies the left. In the case of doorways, what do you think? You ask, neither of them in particular. The issue of doors is a special case of the wider issue of movement, of the point of observation, and the principle of constancy. I love these guys. I love these guys so much. Let them argue. You let them continue to argue, and a pair of doors begin to form. Solidify. And solidify. What is with the fourth game and, like, weird word errors? I mean, I'm assuming it's an error. Maybe I'm just not smart enough. In the walls of the room, then you race for the exit, leaving the heads of the creature too busy arguing to notice. And then I will get a look at the next room, and we will deal with it next time. You move along the next walkway to the tower beyond. The silence between the towers comes as a blessed relief. No, I loved those guys. You venture into a room as black as a coal mine. There are no lights at all. Even the sunshine at your back does not reach inside the space. As you step into the room, the door behind you slams shut. You are now in total darkness. Yeah, I know exactly what to do. Didn't I see a vision about this? Like, didn't I see a vision where there was like an eye above me or something? Whatever. I'll see you next time. I do have to go. Bye-bye.